Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode we got ourselves a new combo episode. I'm going to be using the Toyota MR2 GTS first at Tokyo Expressway 600, which was a quest build at GT Planet. After we get done with this build, we are then going to switch gears and do the McLaren 650S. I've done this car in the past. It's been quite a couple months ago since I've done this car, and been a couple of times after that last run. There's been a couple new updates been out since the last time I did this car, so I figured it'd be a good time to do an up-to-date build and see if this car has really improved in this update than the last time I did it, which was a couple months back. But without any further ado, let's get straight into the episode. So, in order for you to get the MR2 GTS Toyota car, we'll have to swing over by the used car dealership and let's see if it's there or not. Now, unfortunately, as we scroll down the list right at this time, it is not in the game. But if you do have managed to have the car, then you're in luck. As you can see, as I scroll down the list, we have all kinds of great cars in this list, but unfortunately the MR2 is not here. But hopefully in the near future it will show up, and that way you can grab it from there. Now if you do have the car, let's go ahead and move over to the next stage. It's going to be car customization and the maintenance menu. And as you guys can see, we went ahead and installed both the wide body and the engine swap into this car, and I really recommend you go ahead and do both. If you're level 50, you can. Now if you're not level 50 just yet in the game, and if you're curious on figuring how to swap an engine, no problem. So as you can see, we do have both of them installed, but you can easily install the wide body first. The engine swap could be a bit more technical. You can either win an engine or you can actually purchase one when you're collector 50. So let's go ahead and go to our home garage and show you guys the alternative way of getting an engine swap for the game. So if you basically play the game for a long time, a period enough, you will earn engines. And here they are right here. Between parts, they'll appear above the car parts you win for certain cars. So thankfully I do have the engine, and what we can see is the taskbar is matter of fact highlighted, and plus you can see the we're compatible. Once you see that, make sure you select it. You're going to ignore this top paragraph right here. Just ignore it. It just basically tells you that if you do have parts for your current engine, it's going to reset it and you have to repurchase those parts. And if you're curious what the price is for the swap, it's going to cost you 183,000 credits just for the swap. But with this engine swap voucher, you can go ahead and install it, say yes twice just to make sure and confirm you want to do this, and then you'll be good to go. And that's how you pretty much use a free voucher in your garage for a free swap without having to be level 50. So yeah, if you guys want to quickly go ahead and just copy the parts I have in car customization, then they are right there. Those are the rims I'll be using for this livery. Now if you want to check out the livery, just search Momo, which is MOMO. I don't really think it matters what kind of user you choose, just make sure you just follow the parts. As you see, we got front type B, side type B as well, and it actually is pretty important that you do copy these parts you see on this clip. Otherwise, if you do not, it will not match up with the number you see in the points. Now take notice that I actually have this car all ready decked out, so even though if you go ahead and do this first and that the points don't line up, don't worry about it. Just wait till you actually do get the parts from the other parts from the setup, and then you can match up with what you got from the setup build. But those are the parts that I'll be using for car customization, so hopefully you guys are able to manage to put those parts on the car, and then once you do, you should be in good shape. So let's go ahead now and switch over to the main build setup. So here's the first picture you see on the screen. We got ourselves sport hard tires, fully customized suspension, fully customized diff, 56 for our front downforce and 360 for our rear downforce. ECU is going to give you 100% with full control computer, 79 for our power restrictor, manual transmission at 280 for the top speed. For page number 2, you can see the intake, exhaust, everything's at the racing, steering angle adapter, bore up, engine balance tuning, polish ports, wet reduction stage 1, 2, and 3. So nothing really too crazy or out of the ordinary from this particular build. So as long as you have the parts all aligned and have the downforce up to those numbers you just saw, you should be good to go and have a PP around 599.91 or somewhere around that margin. So let's go ahead and get straight to the race, and this car is actually very quick. It's very lightweight, as you guys can see. It has very light weight, which is going to help you a lot in this race. Not only that, but also the engine's good too, with about 400 horsepower and it's just a good ratio to get a 400 horsepower car with a very light wide body or on the car. So as we get to the first corner, our main objective here is we are going for the clean race bonus, so we're going to basically keep our car clean as possible and just hoping we don't get hit by the AI is the main factor. Get ourselves 2 good launches out of the double apexes. We could get ourselves P6 easily from the Mercedes-Benz GTR. Now we focus on the next group of cars, and this car really handles pretty smoothly. I know in the past I've done this car a couple times in this track, and this car never seems to fail when it comes to having a very smooth, sleek, a little bit oversteer handling. And that's the case for this car. It just feels very smooth. You can just put the car, and it actually does in fact stick to the racetrack. Maybe a teensy bit of oversteer, but other than that, the car just has a really good smooth feel for this particular track. So as we get ourselves into top 5, we got ourselves both the classic Impreza and Supra in front of us. We're going to take away P3 easily from the Impreza as it breaks a bit earlier. We're going to take away that spot just like that. We're going to follow this Supra around the corner, get ourselves quite in a great apex, back on the power a lot sooner, and you can just see the huge margin of how much faster we can get back on the power and just get that good run out of the corner. As we approach the hairpin, thankfully this car is one of the few cars in the game that the hairpin doesn't really hurt it at all. We did manage to go a little bit deeper than I would like to, but we did keep the car in the drier part of the track. As you can see, there's a darker shade right there. That's where we're currently at. Got ourselves some good grip and was able to really get a decently good hairpin. So the first lap, very good first lap for us. Not only did we got ourselves P2, but actually are catching the race leader as well. It's going to be a pretty quick lap as well. It's going to be a 2:18.9 for our first lap. So that's always a good thing to see for your first lap, to be around the 2:18, 2:19. That's a really good shot for your runs. As we get to lap 2, you can see again we got ourselves a great run at that corner, and we're going to easily take away the lead from the race leader, the Honda, and just mainly just run away from it. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward to lap number 9. It's going to be our hot lap for the race. As you can see, been some good lap times, 2:07s and a couple 2:06s here and there, but in this particular lap is going to be our fastest lap for the race. So I really encourage you guys also to watch this hot lap, and then I'll see you guys when we get to our pit stop. Alright, so as soon as you get done with your hot lap, what you're going to do here on lap number 2, I'm going to go ahead and move our map to number 2. That way we get ourselves a little bit of a breathing room to make it into pit road once we do on lap number 10. So as we fast forward lap 10, we were able to do that. We didn't change anything of our driving behavior. We still ran just as aggressive as usual throughout the whole race. And for this particular pit stop, all I'll be doing here is just worrying about for a refuel for the fuel, and that's going to be it. The tires are in great shape, so there's no need to change them. Just refill the car. It's not going to be a whole lot. It's only going to be within at least a good 23-25% of fuel. That's what I recommend getting, and after that, just do a couple more laps and you're good to go. So as we get done with the race, it's going to be a very, very quick new personal best for this race for me personally. It's going to be a 25:55 for the Toyota MR2 GTS, and trust me, this was a very smooth, satisfying ride. So hopefully, if you do have the engine and car track, the car combination, hopefully this will help you out in your local grinds for Tokyo Expressway. If it doesn't, then I would recommend saving this car for Le Mans. Got ourselves that clean race bonus, and let's move on to the next run. Now, the next run is going to be using the McLaren 650S. You can see here, you can actually get this at the Brand Central. It's going to be the second car you see in the McLaren dealership. Going to cost you right at 340,000 credits if you want to get it. That's where you can find it right there. We'll have to do a bit of nerfing though in order for this car to be eligible for this race. So what we're going to do first after that is going to go ahead to the car customization and go ahead and add in that wide body, just like we did with the Toyota MR2 GTS. And this is going to lower your PP points a couple bit, but overall we're just mainly focused on the handling for the car. After you get the wide body in the car, here is the livery I'll be using for this car. Now, even though it's not on there, I would recommend just search Valvoline, and you should be able to see this livery pretty quickly in the GT Auto or the showcase menu. Now, let's say if you don't want the livery, but you would rather have the parts, that's totally fine. I'll show that with you real quick. So, starting off with the rims, I actually have it set to standard wheels. Just make sure you just keep the offset to wide, and you should be good on the wheels. Now, for the other parts, the front is going to be Type A, the side Type A as well, and then for the wing, it's going to be custom wing set, and that's pretty much going to be it for this build. I went ahead and checked to see if there was a roll cage, and you cannot add a roll cage to this car. So those are going to be your three main parts you'll need for this car. So after you get all that settled, let's now move over to the build itself. So let's go to the build, and simple sport hard tires, fully customized both diff and suspension. 91 for your front, 300 for the rear, 100 for the full control computer, 86 for the power restrictor, and 370 with the manual transmission. And for the page number 2, high RPM turbocharger, weak anti-lag system, and increased vibratory, and that's literally is going to be it for page number 2. So not really too crazy of a build. You got to nerf the overall power, and of course have to play with the front and the rear downforce, and you should be good to go at 599.61 points. Now, I'm going to say I wasn't able to record my usual footage on the race, so I did save the replay. So if you guys are curious, we're going to be racing on VMAP 1, just like we did in the first race, the majority of the first part of the race. And then once we get to our lap closer to pit, it's going to be lap 2. And then after we pit, back to the map 1, and that's going to be our first fuel mileage, just in case if you guys are curious. But as you can see, just like it was with the first run, this car actually does have plenty of good speed. And as you can see, we're going to be in the P6 as we get to the first turn. And this car actually handles very smoothly in this track, considering of how we have the suspension and the wing itself, how we have it set up. It's going to be a little oversteer. As you can see, the car did slide a little bit. We actually were able to caught it just in time though, without it wrecking itself. So this might overall be a very smooth build, hopefully to your liking. Once we get to this race, we're going to be right behind the Impreza, make a move on its left side, and get ourselves P5 very easily. You can see the car, how smooth it just transitions through the track as well. So another little slide right there, but we thankfully caught it. And just like it was with the first race, once the track does begin to dry up, the car should be a bit faster and should handle a bit better too when the track begins to dry up. So we're going to make a move on the GTR right there, getting ourselves a solid P4 place, just like it was in the last race. We're also going to go ahead and change cams and get ourselves a battle between ourselves, the RX-7 rear mirror, and the old generation Supra. We were a little bit early on the gas, and you can see we hit the wall, but that didn't really hurt us too much. As we're going to try to move on the RX-7, we are actually going to back off from this, and we're going to wait for these two guys to make a mistake, which they surprisingly don't do, except for the old generation Supra. The Supra goes way out of bounds, and thankfully for us, we actually do keep the car kind of clean, even though we actually got a little bump from the RX-7. But despite that, we're going to go ahead and take away P2 like we did in the first race. And this car is just feeling really good in this track. Might not be as quick as the MR2, but very smooth, quick, fast car overall. For our first lap, it's going to be a 2:19.1, so another great time as well. Fast forward to lap 2, literally almost at the exact same time as it was earlier in the first race. We're going to get ourselves another great move. As you saw, some blue fire from the exhaust pipes. Looks really cool for this car. We're going to get ourselves a great run. We're going to make some slight contact with the NSX. You see that little puff of smoke. We're going to make some contact, and we're going to barely get in front of the NSX. Very close between the two of us, and we're going to get the lead, and we're going to actually not only take the lead, but we're going to actually walk away from the rest of the field and put some seriously good fast laps around this track. So let's go ahead now, fast forward a bit later in the race. It's going to be lap number 5. It's going to be our hot lap for the race. I'll let you guys go and watch this camera and go see what this car is doing. I really recommend just watching this clip, and then I'll see you guys when we get to our pit stop. So when you actually begin lap 7, I would recommend just moving to map number 2, and you should be able to have enough fuel to make it into pit road. As we go to pit road, all I'll be doing here is actually refueling the car. And if you're curious of what the fuel is like for this car, I'm going to aim for at least 75%. Even though you can't see the bar, you do see the gas number increase right beside the gas pump on my name right there. So just aim for 75 to 77 should be a safe margin for you for the rest of the race. After you get that refueling done, then you can just worry about doing some more time trial laps solo, and after that you should be golden for the rest of the race. So as we get done with this race, not as quick as the MR2 GTS, but still quick overall. It's going to be a 26:11 overall for this race, and that's going to be it for the episode. And I think for that race, I think we got the standard bonus. But other than that, that's going to be it for the episode. For the next episode, I'm going to be using the Alpine A110 race car. It's back in the game in the Legends car dealership, so I thought it would be a great time to do an up-to-date build with this car. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to check out my other social accounts, so they're all right there if you want to check them out. And if you guys have a build that you'd like to see, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and I'll do it. And if you guys love what you saw today and like to see some more of my content, why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. And with that all being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or night where it might be, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, and also check on that last episode as well.